Hey everyone, so today we're going to be talking about N Corps. Or at least the double zero identities in N Corp. We already know they're. Well, you know what? Fuck it. Let's talk about them too. So we got Faust. We're not going to be using her in the mirror dungeon. We're just going to be talking about the double identity. So why is Faust so good? When she wins a clash, target loses 3 SP as the bread and butter. This will be way more effective in the near future after they fix the coin system that I was referring to. Inflict nails, which just falls down actually. It just disappears after a battle, but inflicts bleed. Bleed is always fun, right? The grippening, this skill does like 75 billion damage, unironically, and it's her second skill. So this skill is very good. Animation's hella long though. Take 20% damage from pierce and blunt skills for one turn. So Faust usually does go first because she is very fast. So you can just apply the gaze. The ally defeats is marked. Blah blah. Anyways, it doesn't matter. But yeah, the biggest thing is they take 20% from damage. So you just need to make a pierce and blunt skill. Guess what? That's the whole N Corp theme. And then we have execution. You know, really cool skill. On kill, heals all allies and 10 SP and apply blah blah blah. But you know, healing SP is sick. If you can open with a kill, you're already progressing, or you're really doing really well. 50% damage to target with 5 plus nails. Again, nails do not carry over after the first turn. At least that's what I've noticed. So it helps if you have an N Corp to set up the nails. Just win your 2 coin toss bros, and then you just do infinite damage. Faust is really powerful. Doesn't matter. Whistles. She whistles. If you do 5... What is this? Lust? Lust. Yeah, this is lust probably. Lust? Gluttony? No, it's not gluttony. It's not lust. It's definitely not lust. Ah, fuck. Dude, I was just talking about this. What is this one? I hate this. I hate this game, dude. The orange one. At the start of the combat phase, heal 2 allies with the lowest SP for 15 SP. If an allies from N Corp also apply Fanatic. Again, N Corp team, and even then, even when she's on the bench, it's still an N Corp thing. It's pretty much the copy and paste of this. Go next. Mersault. N Corp Mersault is probably the best Mersault in the game right now. He's extremely tanky, arguably unkillable. On hit, lower user stagger threshold by 60% of the damage. Just make shit stagger. You are cleansed of sin. Inflict nails, inflict binds, do a lot of damage. Do a ton of damage. So the real reason why Mersault is so good is also because he applies really good colors. Or he builds really good ego resources. That's what I wanted to say. The yellow one, very good. Red one, which is quite rare, and on top of that is very good. And the blue one, he works really well with N Faust, almost perfectly, because you want to use Faust's ego actually. This one, honestly, this ego is amazing. After you attack, you heal 12 SP for all allies, and it's AOE. This is probably what makes Faust one of the best characters in the game. Is that she generates SP, which is really good when you don't have any other way to do it. Alright, back into the meat of the butter. I talked about N Corp Rodion enough, as you already know. What's so good about N Corp Rodion? Well, go watch the video. But aside from that, she does high damage. She's the second best clasher in the game, right below Rabbit Heathcliff. And she's also pretty tanky. Let's look at her abilities. So she inflicts bleed. Bread and butter, wins clashes, inflicts bleed, good damage, pierce. Zealous Purge, if you win the clash, you gain Fanatic next turn. You're gonna win that clash. You inflict nails and paralyze, which is whatever, but it's high damage, you're gonna win the clash. And Ironclad Retribution, 50% damage while this unit is Fanatic. So you're gonna get Fanatic from Faust or winning your skill 2, which you will win, and then it's just free damage. Also, it's 4 coins, high flip, high damage. She's just really good. She's really, really good. After an enemy is defeated, gain 1 haste and 1 damage up. If this unit is defeated an enemy, also gain Fanatic. So she has a lot of ways to build Fanatic. After an enemy is defeated, apply 1 haste. Whatever about the support. But N Rodion is probably one of the best N Corp members. You know. And then we have N Corp Heathcliff. So, N Corp Heathcliff is a very special character. I want to talk about his passive source. Bugger. When an ally is defeated, lose 10 SP and gain 1 blunt power up next turn. That's pretty silly, right? Like, if someone dies, you get blunt up, but you lose SP, so you... It's weird because it's kind of a trade-off where you can... If you do lose your clash, or, you know, you roll tails, you can still try to outpower the enemy and win the clash anyways. As a support, when ally with the highest speed inflicts... plus 1 nails. What the fuck? One ally with the highest speed. Sorry, just got off work. So, you know, even as a support, he's meant to support N Corp units. So let's talk about his abilities. Gawky Nailing. This skill kind of sucks at clashing, but it's good damage, okay? So it inflicts nails on a heads, but if you hit tails, you inflict bleed. It's one of those skills where it's pretty much an on-hit, but the on-hit is split into different things, obviously, and otherwise the second hit inflicts bleed. So you can inflict 2 bleed or 1 nail 1 bleed. Doesn't matter. 2 coins. It does damage, but it's mediocre in clashing. And Purify. If you win the clash, you hold 5 SP. Inflicts 2 plus coins, drops next turn. Reduce the power of plus coins by the effects count. I really don't actually know what this means. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, that's about it. Decent, below decent at clashing, but high damage. Another really high damaging skill. Infirm Retribution. Head hits deal bonus damage by 10% of the damage dealt. So if you're winning, it's just the same thing over and over again. So if you have high SP and you're winning these coin tosses, your damage skyrockets. And this is actually a decent clashing ability. This is a little bit better than decent, actually. The thing about N Heathcliff is that he does damage. He actually does a lot of damage. His issue is just the clashing. If you, for some reason, don't have R Heathcliff or just don't feel like using R Heathcliff in Mirror Dungeon, just pump levels into N Heathcliff, and he will just win the clashes naturally due to just out-leveling the enemy, and his damage will just kill them. He is very powerful. And I'm going to show you that in our little video here. So let's just mute the game like we always do. There we go. Unhide the media source. Play the song. So this is me having a brain fart and deciding to do N Corp. Oh shit. Hey, we're using Faust. We're just gonna go. I'm just gonna explain it on the go. We are using W Corp Faust. W Corp Faust, as you know, sucks. Yeah, that's just about it. The one good thing about her is that she is blunt. Her problem is that she's very similar to that of W Mersault, where she eats a ton of charge but has almost no way to generate them. Her base ability generates charge, but it just is so little. The thing is, her ability still works. They're still very good abilities. Her leap, I think it's called leap. I think it's leap, which is the second skill. Light blue, wins clashes, does decent. Almost, actually, I would say it does below decent damage or wins clashes. But her third skill, which is the red skill, fucking Christ, losing clashes. Her third skill, overdrive or something, does a lot of damage, wins clashes, and if it is fully charged, is very good. So the biggest thing here is we want to talk, because Faust is getting a Telepo ego, and Telepo is all about charging. But that's what we're running with. We're running with pretty much 3 blunt units. So I level N Corp Heathcliff, and then Rodion, and then Faust. That's what we're gonna do. That's kind of the whole video. We're gonna skip ahead a little bit, save some time because this video is already long enough. We just hit the I win button. So like I said before, if you level up N Heathcliff, he does win his fights, and he does get really scary. We never have to worry about Rodion. She will win all clashes, even at level 15 when you just pick her up after clearing Mirror 2. She will clash with enemies just fine, even Boss Abnos at level 15, 20. And Rodion is an amazing character to just have in your back pocket. Win more clashes, do more damage. What did I pick here? I picked the coin, of course. No brainer. I picked Sinclair. Oh, dude, shoutouts to Base Sinclair. I hate every Sinclair except for Base Sinclair. Yeah, well, let's just show you this fight real quick. So, N Heathcliff lost one clash, but still tied the second clash and won this. So, Halbert's Ravaging Cut, that's a skill 3. It actually... Oh, shit, we're talking about Sinclair. Fuck that. Well, Sinclair's good. Base Sinclair's great. Better than all his other identities, factually speaking. Go next. Halbert combo's pretty good. So, pretty standard stuff. W Faust's first ability is only a one-hitter, which is more common, but it only generates like 2, maybe 4 charge. I can't remember, but it's some piss poor number. And she eats way too much charge to make it worth it. So we skipped all the way to the boss of floor 2. We gotta purify these guys, get rid of the ribbons. We had some pretty good egos this run, actually. This is pretty easy. This whole run was. The N Corp units were actually very powerful. And also pulling Sinclair was also really good too. Of course, the weakest link is Faust by a long shot. I thought this was dumb, but we're just gonna skip it anyways. So win the fight. What do we pick here? Of course, Illusory Hunt. No point. I heard Child Within a Flask is very good, but we're not spamming egos here. I think I picked Gregor here. Yeah, I think I picked Gregor here. Base Gregor sucks, dude. He's not that good. Looking at the map, I don't care. I can't remember it anymore. So we're going in. We hit the I win button. Of course, Faust lost the first one, but won the second one. Overcharge damage. That could have done way more. Rodion, once again, just shitting on the competition. High damage, high clash. Win clash, win game. That's how I always explain it. Decent damage from N Corp there. Heathcliff. So we're just gonna go for it. We're fighting these guys. I think this is I didn't like this run actually. Because at one point I had to start using egos to win clashes just to be safe and to do the damage. Let me see if it's actually this fight where I start egoing. Okay, I guess I didn't. Yeah, never mind. Apparently I just won. It may be the next and final run that I actually hate it completely. We're fighting against the knights and the security guards. Those guys, of course, are the hardest common enemy here. So that's okay damage. 62 base, no charge. You know, with the charge, arguably does 1.5 or twice the damage, but we don't live in a perfect world where charge is a relevant thing yet. We do know Faust's Telepo ego is coming out soon. So yeah, we staggered the whole enemy team. Except for one guy, I think. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you know, just tearing them apart. Yeah, it was Leap. I was right. Okay. So yeah, 18 and some damage. 2 matches to count. Yeah, Leap wins Clash. Very mediocre damage, though. Skip ahead. Easy win. Oh, yeah. God Christ. Yeah, we got the Telepo dog, so this wasn't even a fight. This was just not a fight. I think the auto win fucked up hard because check this out, dude. Unless it's my other win or my other run. Okay, never mind. Apparently, yeah, we just win. It doesn't matter. So Telepo dog, not even a fight. We just kill him really easily. Like, I think he's one of the absolute easiest possible bosses you can get from Mirror Dungeon. So let's take a quick look at what egos we got. Oh yeah, right. N Corp Heathcliff ended up doing max damage, which is kind of surprising. Sinclair being second was very shocking to me, considering how we picked them up after we finished 4-1. N Corp Rodion, good damage, of course. Faust, poo-poo damage, go figure. I do not suggest W Faust. If you can save your up-ties, do, unless you're a huge Faust fan. Egos, we got sick fucking egos this run. Of course, Battery Waifu. I went with the nail because it's thematical. The coin flip is just good. The blood bag heals like crazy. The moth does infinite damage. Circuit battery for burns, which wasn't very useful actually. Illusory Hunt because fuck Abnos. The painting because I love healing. And Phantom Pain, it's just free damage. So this was a perfect all-around ego gift. Any team would have won the dungeon if they got that. But enough of that. Let's just jump into the tier list and what I think. Of course, S tier Rodion. Um, goes back to I can't talk about how good she is. Never loses clash. Really good damage. Tanky also. So S tier easy. B tier we have N Corp Heathcliff. Even though he was top DPS, he had a ton of really good ego gifts, and he still lost quite a bit of clashes. Um, I did level him up first. I did overlevel him in order to win some of those clashes. But aside from the damage, he doesn't bring a lot to the table, and he's clearly just he's an N Corp support DPS because aside from Faust, who is the highest damage, I would say N Corp Heathcliff comes next, then Rodion, then Mersault in the tiers of damages. And I put W Faust in B tier because she can still clash very well with Leap and Overdrive, even though you don't need to charge. The charge does really help, though. That's about it for this one, and we have our final tier list coming up in the next video. Yeah, it's gonna be Jeffy Sinclair, L Corp Faust, and one more character that I cannot remember for the life of me. I just know that they suck, and that's the worst part. Alright, whatever. I'll see you guys in the next video. Later, dude.